There are actually two projects that we're battling now. You want to describe?
Yeah, what the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission just approved was a small, relatively small natural gas storage expansion from 1.5 billion cubic feet to 2 billion cubic feet. The larger project is the one that we've been battling for 4 years now, and that's the liquefied petroleum gas storage, which is going to be much more invasive, much more intrusive, and much more dangerous. They want to repurpose some old salt caverns to store 88.2 million gallons, 2.1 million barrels of liquefied propane and butane, and that's including a much more intrusive footprint with 2 giant open-air brine ponds to store the excess brine, a 60-foot active burning flare stack, 6-track industrial rail siding, compressors, so there will be a lot of lights, there will be a lot of noise, and that's the one that has not yet been approved by the New York State DEC.
And so what's the situation with that right now?
We're preparing for what's called an issues conference, where we get to present the case that there are what are called significant and substantive issues that an administrative law judge will hear our arguments and decide whether or not this should go to a full legal proceeding called an adjudicatory hearing.
So what are you doing to prepare for the issues conference?
Well, in order to have standing at the issues conference, we have to raise significant and substantive issues, and we believe that we have quite a number of those. We'll be hiring experts that have to come out here and do studies and prepare reports, and so we are facilitating a number of other organizations to participate as well in the issues conference, but that's where our focus is.
And the beauty of it is that we are being represented pro bono by Earth Justice. However, all of the expert witnesses that Joseph just mentioned are not pro bono. So that's where our legal fees and our costs are coming from. And they come at great expense to us. Thanks to the community, we've raised enough money to pay for those legal fees to date. However, they're getting rapidly depleted as we prepare for the issues conference, which is why one of the things we're inviting people to do is continue to donate towards those legal fees so that they can be covered, and we are certain that all of the studies that need to be completed are done so as thoroughly and completely as needed, so that we can battle this through the court system and prove through scientific measures that this project should not go forward.
So what can people do?
People need to write letters to Governor Cuomo, write letters to your representatives, letters to the editor, make phone calls, do whatever it is you can do now through the legal and through the court systems and the political systems. Unfortunately, FERC has approved the methane storage expansion portion of this project, which is why, after exhausting every legal and political recourse we have available to us, we have 93-year-old grandmothers and members of We Are Seneca Lake blockading the gates up there to try and prevent Crestwood from expanding that portion of the project. We can't afford to do that with the LPG project at all. So let's try and do everything we can now to stop it through the political and legal and scientific system that we have available to us.